everyone, welcome to another Painting with Jay. As always, my name is Jay. Now I'm clean shaven and it's cold out still. Oops. I haven't done a Painting with Jay in a while, and I'm going to talk about that today. So just a heads up, today's going to be a pretty, I wouldn't say dark talk, but it's going to be not the happiest. I'm going to talk about what's been going on in my life. As many of you people have figured out, there's some stuff going on for about the last couple months. And I'm going to talk about that today and keep you all up to date. I've been wanting to tell you all what's going on in my life because you're my confidants, you know, my friends, my co-painters, and in a way, you're my kind of my therapist. I talk out loud and I get to deal with stuff, and that's what the great thing about Painting with Jay is. It's very therapeutic. It really has. I just haven't had the time or really the willpower to do it lately. And I'll talk about that today. So as I said, just a spoiler, today is going to be not the happiest of topics, but I just want to get this one off my chest. And they'll be happier in the future. They will be. I've just been going through some stuff, and I'm going to talk about that today. So, yeah, let's get started. So as always, grab a brush, grab some models, grab some paints, and paint along with me. Today I'll be working on some Skitarii. I've actually just started a small Skitarii army, and it'll be fun. I'm working on some Rangers right now, so they're cool, and I'm going to work on the metallics today. It'll probably take me most of the video today just to do the metallics, but we'll get started on them, keep painting along, and let's get some work done. Let's rid the world of unpainted models. So let's get started now. Hey everyone, so today I'll be painting these Rangers. I'm going to do a standard Mars scheme, I think, for these guys, and I'm going to do Metallica for my Cult Mechanicus, and that way they'll really complement each other since they're both red and bone. It's just the opposite, right? These are primarily red, the other guys are primarily bone. They work together. Cool. So today I'll be just painting the metallics. Just grab my wet palette here, and let's get started. So, as you probably are very well aware, I haven't done a Painting with Jay for a while, and for that I'm very sorry. I honestly am. It's taken me a while to get back up to painting to full speed again. I've been really, really busy, and I've been going through stuff, which I'm going to talk about today. So, yeah, let's get started. So a little bit of background knowledge. As most of you know who've been following me for a while, I used to work for Mini Wargaming years ago. About 2 years ago, I quit Mini Wargaming so that I could support my wife and be a good husband and move to Peterborough, Ontario, which is about 4 hours away from Welland, where Mini Wargaming is. Mini Wargaming is near Niagara Falls, Ontario. And I moved pretty far away because my wife just finished vet school. And I'm going to, just so you know, you're going to get a lot of information on me in this video that I don't usually talk about. But it's time to just be honest and be truthful with you all. Yeah, so I left Mini Wargaming a couple years ago because my wife finished vet school and she got a really good job offer in Peterborough. It was basically everything she'd been looking for in a position. She basically referred to it as her dream job. And I loved Mini Wargaming. I really loved working there. It was a great time. It was a bit of a commute from Guelph, where we lived. But I love my wife more, Brooke, and she wanted the job. And so, of course, I was a good husband. I gave up my job at Mini Wargaming and my other job, and I transferred here. And we moved to Peterborough 2 years ago, just under 2 years ago. It was May of 2014. We moved to Peterborough. And I gave up Mini Wargaming, but I found kind of my dream job, which was making videos for myself. I love doing it for Mini Wargaming, but it's even more fun making videos for myself. It really is. Since then, my subscribers have way more than tripled. I have videos that are just really taken off. Miniature Painting 101 has like 135 episodes now, including the Warp episodes. How to Play 40K is really taken off. I got to work on that next one. I have started working on the next one, which is the assault, the fight sub phase of the assault phase. Yeah, and of course, I've had to work another job throughout it, part-time, because I don't make enough off my videos. And I've always said the same thing: if I could make minimum wage off my videos, I'd quit my other job and I'd be happy. And this was always true. However, over the last couple years, now I'm going to talk about a couple of things today. And I've never lied. I've never lied to you all about anything. But I haven't told you all about my life. And I'm going to be more honest today so that you get a feeling of what's going on. So, but over the last couple of years, I've loved making videos for you all. I've loved it. I still love it. I'm still going to make videos for you all. But the dream job that Brooke took made her miserable. Absolutely miserable. And it took a little bit of a toll on our relationship. It really did. She was miserable. She hated her job. And this was supposed to be her dream job. And But I still love doing my other job occasionally, and I love making videos, and I've been okay. I've been relatively happy. I've met some really good gamers here, like Stu and Mike and Doug and Dave and Trevor, just to name a few. And I've had an okay time. It hasn't been all roses, but it hasn't been bad. And I know that a lot of people keep whenever I bring up finances, people are like, well, your wife has a dream job. That's true, except we came here with a whole lot of debt. Brooke and I both had 10-year post-secondary educations. Now, for my master's and my PhD, it was paid, so I didn't accrue that much debt during them, but I still had my undergraduate worth of debt. And then Brooke had her undergraduate, master's, and DVM, Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, worth of debt. So 10 years of post-secondary, we had tons and tons of debt, right? Just tons. So that's why I could never quit my other job to just focus on videos, was because I didn't make enough for videos, and we're paying off our debt. Tons of debt. So Brooke started looking at other jobs. Here's a little bit of a backstory, and it makes sense. I knew Brooke was starting to look at other jobs, still veterinarian jobs, but not the same place. She wanted to leave her current place. And she was looking at places that were like 45, 50 minutes away from here, up north. And I didn't really want to be honest. I told her I didn't really want to move. Again, I didn't want to move 50 minutes up north. First of all, my other job is in Peterborough. Second, all my gaming friends are in Peterborough, other than my friend Andy, who is now moving to San Francisco. Spoiler alert. So I didn't want to move away. But we were just talking, nothing was fighting or anything. We weren't fighting, or anything like that about this stuff. And so then I knew she was miserable at her current job, and she was really upset that I didn't make enough, that she could take this part-time job 40 minutes away and then commute a few times a week. So I decided that it would be nice to take some of the financial pressure off our relationship, and as well as it would help me eventually quit, pay off my own debt so I can quit the other jobs and focus on my videos. I got a new job. I got hired at a new place mid-January. I started at a new job. And I was planning on, my original game plan was work at my new job for a couple months, get familiar, quit my old job, and then do videos at my new job, right? My new job pays slightly better. It's a better paying job and more benefits, and it would have been better in the long term for Brooke and I to set aside finances, to get a mortgage, to get paying. It was really good financial sense. And then first week of February happened. It was February 3rd. So almost 2 months ago this happened. I got a text message from Brooke. I drove her to work that day, and she wanted me to pick her up. And she wanted to talk. Her exact words were, "We need to talk." And I honestly thought, because she texted me the first time when she was at work. And I knew she was miserable at work. So I figured, you know what? I'm guessing she's had a terrible day at work. She'll want to talk about quitting her job. And that's what I figured the conversation would go, right? Towards her talking about she'd have to leave her clinic. And it really made her sad. It was two layers. Number one, it made her sad because she hated her job. But B, it was supposed to be her dream job. Like she did 10 years of post-secondary education to be this job. And it made her freaking miserable. So it made her sad. And, you know, I didn't want her to be sad. So I went and picked her up. And I honestly thought the conversation was going to be, you know, about her wanting to leave. And she knew that I got the other job to help take some of the financial stress off us. So I figured maybe she just felt I should work more at my other job and then she'll get the part-time or whatever. But that's not where the conversation went. Halfway through the drive home, she tells me that our marriage is over and she's leaving me. And there's nothing I can do to fix the situation. That regardless of how I feel and what I do, our marriage is over and that she's leaving me. It's starting to get hard talking about this, but it's okay. I need to get this off my chest. And then I'm really hoping you people kind of understand what I've been going through and why I've been making a lot of videos lately. So she left me. And she had a reason. But her reason wasn't about me. I've been a good husband. I've been a really good husband. I've spoiled her. She's a spoiled person. And looking back, I just know how stupidly spoiled she is. I've been nothing but a great husband, our relationship. I've never been abusive. I've never done anything really wrong. And I don't really want to go into her reason. I didn't see it coming. I really, really didn't see it coming. And so she left me. This happened the first week of February. But she didn't have a place lined up. So the next few weeks were really, really tough. Really, really tough. Because I literally had to then watch my soon-to-be ex-wife go find places, and move away from me. She took most of the stuff in the house, which I was kind of okay with, to be honest, because it's just stuff. It's just stuff. Like, stuff doesn't matter to me. It's just stuff. And it was really hard. I'm tearing up a little bit right now just talking about it, but I'm getting better. And I couldn't film much because our house was basically ransacked. Because if any of you have ever been in a situation where one of you is moving out and the other one isn't, the one that's moving out creates a mess, right? They pack up half the things in the house and they're moving it out. And Brooke did just that. She took, I'd say, about 2/3 of the things in the house, which again I don't really care about. Obviously, I got all the miniature wargaming stuff and anything that I got, like my grandmother's inheritance stuff. I got a bunch of her old furniture, and I kept that obviously. And Brooke found a new place, and she left me. She's now living a couple towns over. She intentionally moved because she works at 2 different vet clinics. She did when we were married as well, because the same owner owns 2 different vet clinics. She moved in between the 2. And yeah, and she left me. And it hurt. It still hurts a bit, honestly. I'm still in pain sometimes when I think about it too much. And it really hurt me. I felt betrayed. I felt sad, obviously, alone, financially scared. Yeah, ashamed a bit of how the relationship ended and why it ended. I'm not really going to go into the detail of her reason. Her reason was a shock. Let's just say that. It was a shock. And so I've been dealing with that for the last 8 weeks. 7, 8 weeks. And the one thing that hurt them that I couldn't do until recently was paint. I honestly figured painting's always been my happy place, my sanctuary. It's where I meditate, it's where I think, it's where I express myself, but I couldn't. I found it being soured because I kept overthinking and then just psyching myself out and making myself really, really sad. And I wouldn't necessarily use the term depressed, but I was making myself heartbroken just thinking about our relationship. We've been together for 10 years. Just shy of 10 years. It would have been 10 years this summer. We were married for 5 years, just shy of our 5-year anniversary. And then I thought about how many things I've sacrificed, how many friends I've lost. I gave up mini wargaming. Of course, I love making videos for my own. Like, I love that as well. I've given up so much for this relationship. And everything I gave up is gone. Everything I gave up for is gone. And as most of you know who are in relationships, you become each other's foundation, right? If it's you two versus the world, you have this feeling that you'll win, that you'll survive, and that you'll be happy because you have each other. And honestly, it was like I lost my foundation. I felt alone. I felt betrayed. I felt angry. I'm a really, really easygoing person. Any of you know who know me knows that I'm a really mellow, happy-go-lucky guy. And I found myself more angry and more sad than I've ever been in my life. The emotions were overwhelming. And the downside is, obviously, Brooke was the primary breadwinner in our relationship, right? She made more than me. And she left. So my thoughts immediately went to, what the heck am I going to do financially? Luckily, I had just started a new job. And so I went up to my new boss and told him the situation, and I've gotten mad amounts of hours lately, which is what I've been doing. I've been working 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week, sometimes 2 shifts a day between my 2 jobs, and I haven't been able to quit. Like my goal, luckily I didn't count my chickens before they hatched. I didn't quit my old job. So I work at my one job usually 5 or 6 days a week, and then I work at my other job 2 days a week. And combined I've been doing usually about 60 hours plus my videos. And that's why there haven't been a lot of videos lately, is I haven't been able to find the time. So I've been focusing primarily on Warp videos because they pay, and that makes sense in my opinion. For paying for videos, you better get videos. And they were understanding as well. The Warp heads, by the way, thank you all you Warp heads for understanding and supporting me in this time. They knew that something was wrong too, because I basically put up a video in the Warp saying, I'm taking about 15 days off, and I couldn't film. I couldn't smile. I was heartbroken. I still am a little bit, to be honest. It just doesn't go away. It's been 10 years. And the only things I miss, other than obviously Brooke, um, I miss Mandy. Mandy went with Brooke, of course, because Mandy was Brooke's cat before we started dating. She was about 5 when we started dating. She's now 15. So there's no more Ask Mandy's. Of course, there haven't been in a while because Mandy's been a bit ill. And she took Rubik. We each got a dog. She took Rubik. I took Spock. And she left. And I went for a few weeks there. I was searching for apartments and houses around the area for rent. I'm renting this current place right now. We are renting this place that we're living at. But I couldn't find a 1-bedroom apartment that was worth it. Like they're not that much cheaper than what I'm currently at, and you lose so much space. And I'd have to give up making my videos. Like I wouldn't have a room for airbrushing because I couldn't bring in a compressor into a 1-bedroom apartment. Right, that'd be too noisy. I couldn't bring my green screens. Like I would lose too much space. So I eventually made the decision to stay here. And it's going to be through Patreon, essentially, and the future of the Warp that I can stay in this house and keep making videos. Maybe I'll get a roommate eventually. To be honest, I don't want one right now because too much has freaking changed in my life. I don't know what it's doing.
You need to unlock your iPhone first.
I apparently need to unlock my iPhone first. I don't know why my phone is doing that. I'm not touching anything right now. I'm painting. As you can see, both hands. So my phone's haunted. So what was I saying? Yeah. It's going to be through Patreon. And I'm going to start giving the Patreon people a bit more credits for supporting me. They're going to get like full credits in all my videos besides Miniature Painting 101, I'm thinking. I'm going to figure it out over the next week or so and then change it probably first week of April when I get back where I am going. I've been working so hard while still trying to make videos. The only thing is I have such a back catalog of videos that if I don't make a video in a day, I don't lose that much income, potentially, because I have 700 videos for free, you know? That's what I've been doing, just making money off my videos. I haven't really been putting attention to it for free because I haven't been able to time. And then World Warp, I've been dedicating myself more and making videos. I put out a bunch of painting tutorials lately. This week's painting tutorial, for example, is an Imperial Fists Dreadnought. I haven't painted much. I've not painted very few models at all, other than my tutorial models. I painted a Dune Crawler a couple weeks ago in a Mars pattern. I'm just going to take a break for a second and get a drink. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to slowly get back onto these guys. And the thing that hurt me, and I made a bunch of purchases in January that I kind of regret now, but I didn't know that Brooke was going to leave me. I bought the new Citadel table that I was going to do through the funds from Patreon. I actually got the funds and I bought the new Citadel table. So I'm going to be painting that up probably next month and getting that ready for battle reports and stuff. It'll be really awesome. I'm just going to refocus the camera here. I can't wait to get that painted up. I'm excited to have a new terrain. So it's been really, really hard. I lost myself, I felt, for a while. I lost myself. I really did. I couldn't... As most of you know, when you're married, you find yourself defining yourself through your marriage, right? Like, I was a husband. And you lose it, and you go, wow, who the hell am I? Am I really? What do I want in life? What do I need? Where do I want to be? And I've been going through that, and I'm now okay. Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm a 6. For a while, I was a 2. And then eventually a 3, then eventually a 4, and then eventually a 5, and now I'm a 6 out of 10. So, I've had to do a lot of soul searching over the last couple months. And here's what I figured: I'm not moving back to Welland. I'm not moving to Welland. Sorry, I'm not going back to mini wargaming. They are money that I'm enjoying making my own videos more than I would for making videos for them. B, I don't want to live in Welland. Welland is kind of a dirty place, to be honest. C, my current job that I'm working at pays better than mini wargaming would, so it would be losing income anyway. Right? And I want to stay here. I've spent the last couple years of my life in Peterborough building friendships. I really don't have a home anymore. Like a home place, a home base. My family's dispersed so much over the last few years that we're really not that close in proximity anymore to each other. Yeah. So that's it. It's taken me 25 minutes to catch you up on a couple months. That's my life. So I'm going to stay here in Peterborough for a while at least. Probably in the same house. If the Patreon people and the warp continues to grow, I'll be okay. I did the math, and because all the crazy hours I'm working, I've been able to put aside a little bit of money over the last couple months. And I'm not as scared financially as I once was. I am still. But I'm not as scared as I once was. I'm slowly getting back into my day-to-day. You know, and the hardest part is it's hard to talk to people, honestly. I find it much easier to talk to you now than I have with the people in my life over the last couple months because like I just started at a new job. They don't know really what's going on in my life because I didn't want to be a new person and then start bringing my family issues, or I guess lack of family now issues, to the workplace. I didn't want to be that person who walks in and starts, crying and, I don't want to be that person, so I've been hiding it. But I have had friends, not really in person. Obviously Stu and Dave and Trevor have come played some games with me. And I've talked to them, and Stu, they've offered, to hang out with me if I ever could, and I've just been really busy, unfortunately. Stu has been a really good guy, as is Dave and Trevor. But it's my online friends. The No Pants Dance Club have been amazing. I've obviously had to take a break from talking with all of my friends because it's just been too hard. But I've had a lot of conversations with my friend Josh, who lives in Indianapolis. My friend Patrick, who lives in Quebec. Mike from Oshawa, Cody Rue. Cody Rue has been there for me like no one else. Cody Rue has been they've all been really good friends, but Cody Rue, thank you as well. A special thanks to Cody Rue. And the whole No Pants Dance Club, Hugh and James and all them, they know who they are. There's a club called the No Pants Dance Club that I'm a member on Facebook. It's just a joke name. They've been really good guys. I've spoken a little bit with my friend Andy, who unfortunately is great for him. He's moving to San Francisco next month. So I'm not really going to see him much ever again, which just sucks for timing. But it's good for him. Yeah, it's been hard. It's been really hard. But I know similar people have gone through similar things. Right? And I'm still alive at the end of the day. I'm not fighting for my life. I'm fighting for my happiness. Though I do feel sometimes like I'm fighting for my life. I feel overwhelmed sometimes. Because it's just me now. It used to be Brooke and I versus the world. Now it's just me. And most of my friends don't live anywhere near here. Most of my friends, I speak with them through texting and stuff, which is cool as well, but it's nice to be able to see some people in person. It really is. So, that's it. That's the big thing. That's why I haven't been making videos, and that's why my videos are going to be slowly coming back in the near future. And I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to. You guys know me. I don't go down without a fight. I really can't. And luckily, at least I have my new job, so that delays that. I was honestly going to have to quit making videos a while ago until I got my new job. And then I figured if I got it, then I can not have to quit making videos because I just don't make enough. I don't make much money off my videos. I do this as a labor of love, people. I don't make a lot. I really don't. I wish I did. So, yeah. I don't know how long this one's going to be. It's only half an hour in, but I'm already, really feeling tired. I'll keep painting these metallics. They're coming along. It'll take me a while to paint this Skitarii up, but I have time. I have all the time in the world. So yeah, that's the future. So how will my situation impact my video making? Obviously, I have to work a lot more, and so the videos will slowly come back into focus, and I'll get back into it. I promise I will. I absolutely promise I will. I will be able to film more battle reports at night. Here's another thing that I was hiding from you all. I didn't want to bring it up because for privacy purposes. Brooke had a really good friend named Allison who got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer about a year ago, just before last spring. And I, of course, being a really good guy, my wife asked me if she could move in so that we could help take care of her while she was going through chemo. And I did, of course. I would never, she's living by herself, and no one should be going through chemotherapy for pancreatic cancer. She was given a very low chance of surviving, but we were there for her through thick and thin. And while she was battling it, and she's now in remission. She's gone through many levels of chemotherapy, and she's now in remission. But so what happened was, at night she was always dizzy and nauseous, of course, because she was going through chemotherapy. Makes sense, right? So I couldn't film much. Brooke and her would then just watch TV in the same room that I film in. And so out of respect, I didn't film a lot. And those did film, sometimes it was a little uncomfortable, and for that I apologize, obviously. But yeah, I didn't film a lot of battle reports at night, and I'm going to slowly getting back into battle reports, because obviously when Brooke ended the relationship, her friend Allison, who was still living with us at the time, went along with her. So they were living together in, I don't even remember the city, it's somewhere in the countryside. So it's just me, Yeah. So I'll be able to get back into filming battle reports. I got a couple coming up. I've been doing Face Off. This week's episode of Face Off was delayed because I'm still trying to figure out if I played Goskal Thraka correctly. Goskal Thraka was put into this season's Face Off, and then the rules changed for him. So I'm thinking of playing him as a 2-up invulnerable save the entire time, which is just nasty. He's going to be very strong in this season's Face Off. Yeah, very strong. So I'll see about that one. With a 6-up Feel No Pain. He's going to be pretty nasty. Yeah. So that'll be up soon. First round was kind of a lopsided match, but you'll see. It's kind of fun. Face Off's been going well. I filmed most of the season so far. This isn't looking too clean, but it'll all be cleaned up later. Next couple steps. I'm continuing making miniature painting 101s, obviously. I'm in marble, which is the highly requested. People kept asking me to do marble. So I've showed how to do a couple of colors of marble. I think 2 of them turned out really nicely. One of them I think I could have adjusted slightly, but I'm still pretty proud of it. Like here's green granite. I'll show you people. It's last week's episode. So somebody asked me to show how to do granite. I think that's pretty good granite. Look at that. I think that looks like granite. Shiny, very granite, like countertoppy. Turned out nicely. So, those are good. I'm going to change my lineup eventually, but right now I just don't have the time. There's a couple new videos I want to bring in. I just haven't had the time to film them or really focus. I'm still getting my head on straight, to be honest. As I said, I felt, and I still feel a little bit, like each day gets a little bit better and a little bit easier and a little bit just sweeter. I don't think I'm going to start dating anytime soon. Maybe I will. I don't think so. It's been a couple months. But I just don't really... I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Maybe I'll sign up for eHarmony. I'm kidding. I can't. Anyway. I'm separated. So, yeah. I'm going to keep working hard. It hurts. It hurts. I hate to say it, but there's an old Shania Twain song called "It Only Hurts When I Breathe," and I really understood that. For the first week, it hurt to breathe. It really did. I felt that. I felt the weight on my chest and my shoulders, and just I lost sleep for a while. It really, really, really hurt. It really, really hurt. Yeah. And for the record, I don't regret really anything. I don't. I'm not that type of person. I know hindsight's 20/20 and all that crap, but I don't regret moving to Peterborough. I don't, because it was for Brooke and I loved her. And I made every decision in my life with the most information possible. I never knew what was going to come. You know, no one ever knows that their wife is going to leave you in exactly 5 years or whatever. So, I'm okay with the decisions I made. I'm not sad about them. Some of them were unfortunate, but... yeah. I'm going to take a little vacation next week. That'll be fun. I just need some more paint. Sorry, I ran out of paint. So I'm going to have to load my palette again. Yeah. I've gone out and hung out with some quasi-friends here in Peterborough. I'm really proud of what I've done YouTube-wise, but I find myself really ashamed sometimes of everything else in my life over the last few weeks. You know? Yeah. I feel almost like a failure sometimes with my marriage. It failed. It failed. And there wasn't much, as I said, there wasn't very much I could do to save it. I was a good husband. I know I was. And despite that, I could not keep the relationship going. And I know that now. I know that, and it just... yeah. So I apologize, everyone out there, for painting with me. I warned you at the beginning this was going to be a bit of a sad one. And I alluded to what was going on. I did a live show. I tried it once, and I could not. It was so... I had such a good time, but it was so hard not breaking down and crying during a live show. So maybe I'll get back to it week after next. It's fun. And I'm going to be okay. I promise. I'm going to be okay in the long term. Each day gets easier and better. It does. It does. I just had to take a few weeks off, which ended up. Then this painting with Jay kind of got pushed because I just didn't feel like talking about it. But I knew I had to. I'd taken too much time off to be like, everything's fine. Everything's cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome. But, Lego movie reference. By the way, there's the fact there's a Lego Batman coming out. That's awesome. I was thinking maybe going to see Batman vs Superman today, but I said not to. I don't really care. I'm more of a Marvel fan than DC. So, yeah, that's my life now. I'm single again. I guess they call it separated. And Brooke was the one who got me into miniature wargaming again. Brooke was the one who pushed me to make YouTube videos. It was, like, she was such a good aspect of my life that I'm not mad at her for that kind of stuff. I am still mad at her. I do find myself angry with her for what happened, the reason she ended it, and that will eventually go away, I hope. If not, oops. I'm not going to be her friend. I'm not. I'll never be her friend. I don't picture us hanging out again. Anytime soon, at least. I don't even know where she lives. I think I know the township. So. And then since she left me, she also quit her job. So I was right there. She was gonna quit her job. I found out through the grapevine she quit her job, and she doesn't even have a new job lined up. Other than the part-time absolute job, which was the one far away. So she probably needs to make some wiser financial decisions. She left with most of the debt. She had most of the debt in her name. So. But she makes a lot more, obviously. Well, she did. I don't know how much she'll make now. That's Ravi McReverson in the background, playing Steppenwolf Magic Carpet Ride in his loud car. Why don't you come with me, little girl, on a magic carpet ride? It was hard telling my family and my friends, my remaining friends. I don't have a lot of friends, but it was hard. It was really hard telling them about it, what was going on. It was really hard. My family really didn't see it coming. Like, I didn't see it coming. I didn't even see it coming. I was part of the relationship. Obviously, our relationship was not perfect. No relationship is. No relationship is, right? Every relationship has its issues, its ups and downs, slips and falls, trials and tribulations, but you get through it. That's what you're supposed to do. But in the end, Brooke did not want to do anything. She didn't. There's nothing I could have done to fix it. So now I live, and I continue to live by myself, and I'm going to be by myself for a while, probably. The hands are going to be gray liner, so it's not too hard that I paint over them later. These guys will be done in a while. There'll probably be a couple painting with Jay's worth of them. But they're cool. I'm excited to play with some Skitarii. I really should continue to build new armies now that I'm in not the best financial situation, but it's okay. I did the math. I'm going to keep asking Patreon the warp and working hard on free videos and content and stuff. And I'm gonna survive. I'm a survivor. I work hard. That's the one thing I do have is my work ethic. I work my butt off day in and day out. I burn myself out a lot. I'm exhausted. But once I get some debt paid off and some funds saved up, I'm gonna slowly cut down on my hours at my other jobs so that I can work more on my videos and relax, hang out with people, find happiness, etc. So I'm probably gonna end it after this, to be honest. We're at 45 minutes in this video. I could do a null and oil shade, but I don't really. I can do it later. Perfect. Done. Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. So that's why you've just caught up on my last 2 months of my life. But I promise you the future will be brighter. The future will be better. The future will be filled with happiness, I hope. At least I hope. And I'm going to keep working my butt off. So let's end now. So as always, thank you so much for the support and everything that you guys have done and girls have done for me in the last couple months. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for painting along with me today. I hope you were able to get through it. I hope I didn't just be such a Debbie Downer. Yeah. But life will be better. It will be. I just really wanted to get it out of my chest and just let you know. Because you guys have been, and girls have been with me for a long time. And you support me like no other. And you paint along with me, and you're my therapy in a lot of ways. So I can't thank you enough for the support and everything, and the well wishes over this last little while. And I promise you I'm going to keep fighting, keep doing well. So thank you as always for painting along with me. And stay tuned for more episodes of Painting with Jay. So next time, this is Jay saying, happy painting with me.